Chloe and Halle. Chloe and Halle are the sister duo that has temporarily split ways since 2021, but ever since their split, I've been coming to conclusions and coming to different opinions that lead me to think that Halle will be bigger than Chloe. Now, this is not a compare video. This is not a video to bash Chloe or bash Halle or put neither one down. This is not a video to compare sisters. I'm not into that. I'm just bringing up different topics and different conversations that can apply to Chloe and Halle and talk about the different reputation they have in the media and in society and different ways that people perceive them to be. So this is not a bash session. This is not a compare sister session. This is just a conversation. So let's get right into it. Now, Chloe and Halle, I've been watching them since I was a young child, and I think they make great music. I always thought they were twins, but they're not. I learned that back when I was a child as well. But I love Chloe and Halle, and I love their music. I feel like their Ungodly Hour album is a slept-on album and a very slept-on piece of work. But shortly after the Ungodly Hour era, we then see Chloe and Halle split ways. They have made their own Instagram accounts. They made their own pages and wanted to branch out into their own identities. And that is very smart for groups to do that, because when you are in a group, typically you don't have an identity. Your identity is the group. So you're able to branch out and figure out what you like to do, what you like to make, and what you like to create. And Chloe and Halle did that. In 2021, Chloe made her own page and Halle made her own page. And Chloe kind of took off. And the reason why I say took off is because people were already anticipating Chloe to go solo. They said that she was more active on stage. She had a bigger personality. She was more demanding on stage versus Halle, who's more timid and calm on stage. And Chloe posted this Busted Challenge, this video that went viral. She was everywhere. And she was so viral that Drake followed her. Like, it was a big deal. Mind you, this is right after the split of the two, right after they made the separate Instagram pages, and Chloe's following went up, skyrocketed to 5 million, 3 million. Like, she was going viral. And around this time, it seemed like Chloe is just, oh yeah, she's on top and she's just the best one. Then Chloe also released this song called Have Mercy. Okay, Have Mercy topped the charts. It was on the radio all the time. It was just almost like a breakout single. Chloe was on the VMAs. It just seemed like Chloe was really about to be that girl from Chloe and Halle. Like, she had everything lined up for her. She had Beyonce posting her single when it dropped. Chloe was really, it seemed like she was going to be the it girl. Meanwhile, all this is going on, Halle is still working on Little Mermaid and things like that. So she isn't getting that much attention. She isn't getting that much press as Chloe was getting. She didn't have any solo music out, so nobody was really talking about her like that. And all eyes were on Chloe. Now, since all eyes were on Chloe, I don't think people were intentionally ignoring Halle. It's just that everything was lined up for Chloe to be, the popping one, the it girl, the one that breaks out. And I told y'all, everybody was anticipating for Chloe to go solo. All right. Now, while everybody is anticipating for Chloe to go solo, she makes her debut on stage. She makes her breakout single. And then everybody is saying she's doing too much. That is the conversation around Chloe. Oh, she's doing too much. She's this, she's that. And Chloe starts to grow a negative stereotype and a negative reputation in the music industry. She's trying too hard to be like Beyonce. That's what they always say. Oh, she wants to be this person. She's not being herself. Why does she have to sexualize every single thing? So, yes, Chloe was blowing up, but there was a stereotype that was going with her. It was a stereotype that was growing with her entire career, her music, and her whole entire image, which Halle did not have that. Halle, while people were bashing Chloe, they're using Halle as an example of what Chloe should be like. So, unfortunately, she was being compared to her sister ever since this whole entire solo career thing started happening. Well, they were being compared even while they were in the group. And honestly, I don't think people should compare group members because they both bring different things to the table to make the group special. So Halle's calmness and, mellow, and Chloe's hyper and very aggressive performance attitude, it makes a good combination. It evens each other out, and it makes Chloe and Halle special to what it is today. But yes, Chloe was getting all this backlash and all this conversation speculated around her, and it was, Chloe, you need to calm down. Then Chloe's album comes out. After about 3 singles she released, the album doesn't perform well. It's just a big conversation about that. She only sells 10,000 units of her album first week. Her tour sales are going on sale for $5. And things just start going downhill. Ever since, I will say, 2022, the album release of In Pieces, people were not rocking with Chloe. You know, they were supporting Have Mercy. They were supporting her song Treat Me. They were not really supporting her album. I don't know what it was. I personally liked it. I think people just want to bash her for whatever reason they can. Because Chloe be putting in that work. A lot of artists don't work as hard as Chloe. A lot of artists aren't putting in performances anymore. So I don't get what the bash is about. I don't get what the hate train is about. But she has a big hate train out right now on her. Album is doing terrible. People are posting her tickets for resale for $5. It was insane. And things just are not what they seem like they were going to be from the gate. Like when she first went viral and first blew up, you could have sworn she was going to be Beyonce by the next year. Now, as you all know, Halle has been working on this Little Mermaid movie. So in the back of my mind, I kind of already knew that Halle was going to like blow up and be way bigger than Chloe, in my opinion. Now, you know, when I say be bigger than Chloe, I say have more eyes on her and have more attention on her and have more people, you know, speculating on what Halle is doing. So fast forward, Halle releases Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid is going crazy. It's literally being the talk of the town. And I'm not surprised. And it's now to the point where Halle has a successful movie out and she's now planning her solo career. This brings me to Halle's new single, Angel. Angel is her debut solo single that's coming out very, very soon. And this made me realize, I feel like Halle's solo career may be performing better because, first of all, Halle was just featured off of a big budget Disney film, live action Disney film of The Little Mermaid. So people are already going to be tuned in. Okay. And another thing that I also want to talk about is, as you all know, earlier I talked about how Chloe has this negative reputation and negative speculation on her. Yeah, Halle does not have that. Halle does not have this big narrative setting her back, and Halle does not have all these negative things being said about her that can harm her reputation or harm what's being done in her career. Now, of course, speculation and what people are saying doesn't really hold that much weight, but typically on social media, when one person says this, the next person says that, and it can kind of form a hate train. And some people hop on hate trains and don't even know why they're on the hate train, which is how I feel about Chloe. I feel like people just hate on her for no reason. And I'm also saying that because Halle does not have a potential hate train on her at all. Everybody loves her. She's a sweet girl. She's an innocent girl. She's the kind. She's not doing too much. She's not so sexual. And honestly, I don't even think that's valid because I feel like Halle is kind of, you know, she shows a bit of skin on social media as well. She shows a bit of thigh, leg, behind, you know, a little cleavage, and that's fine. So I don't get why people want to compare them to act like Halle is just this big innocent girl. I mean, yes, she does present more, you know, not as bold as Chloe is. But if you really look into Halle, she's not as timid and as not bold as you think she is. I think she's a really big, bold personality, but it just comes off a different way. She's more chill about it. So in my opinion, the two have two different reputations in the music industry. And I feel like Halle's music will be streamed more and Halle's music will be getting played more and Halle's music will be getting a bigger push. You know, I just think that, honestly, the people favor towards Halle. And it's so crazy because these were the same people begging for Chloe to go solo, which is why I feel like people should not force anybody in a group to go solo, because I feel like when they're in a group for a reason, because they both work well together. Now, I feel like Halle's music is going to be way different than Chloe, of course. I think Halle's going to go on the more chill R&B route. I can see her doing a little bit of Jhené Aiko style of music, a little bit of SZA, a little bit of her. I can get all that in a Halle album or in a Halle single. I feel like that will be what we will get out of her. So we're going to see Halle's debut single, Angel, comes out very soon. And I feel like it's going to perform really well. I think it's going to perform really well. Coming straight off the market of a hot selling film. And she has all the eyes on her. So I think Halle's career will perform really, really well. And almost have a better solo career than Chloe. I can see that for sure. Now, like I said, this is not a comparison. This is not a comparison video of the two. Just a speculation of the two's career and how one has an advantage over the other. And I'm just pointing it out. I'm just talking about it and just speculating. All right. What is your opinion? What do you think? I would love to hear what you have to say. And we can discuss this down below in the comments. I will see you in the next video.